After high school, there were other things I wanted to do before heading off to college. Now that I'm ready to pursue a career, Columbia Basin College's Learning Opportunities Center is giving me the extra help I need to continue on the career path that I choose.
Welcome back. We're going to be talking with Curt Freed now. He's the Dean of Health Sciences at Columbia Basin College. And for those of you who may be unemployed, there may be a way to get you back in the workforce very quickly. Curt, welcome to the program.
Thank you.
First of all, we're talking about short-term certificates here. What are short-term certificates?
Columbia Basin College uses certificates that are below 20 credits for our short-term certificates. We've got about 25 of them to date, and they range in credits from 1 to 19, and they're specifically focused to be able to provide students quick, immediate, and direct access to the skills they need to get employed.
We're going to be showing on the screen these short-term certificates, but why don't you go over just a few of them and show the range of the certificates in different areas?
We've got them in quite a few of our areas at the college. Several of our new ones are in the career and technical education area. Industrial maintenance is one of the examples. We have two of them actually that will be preparing people to go out and work in industries like food manufacturing companies, specifically giving them skills that are a combination from welding, machining, and other kind of industrial maintenance a repertoire of skills necessary to be able to succeed in those career fields. We also have quite a few in the healthcare area, and we have some in the education area as well.
Talk a little bit about the healthcare area and a few of those programs.
Certainly. We have some long-standing ones in phlebotomy and nursing assistant, for example. Those are 1- and 2-quarter training programs that are very popular. We offer them every year, and in the case of the nursing assistant program, every quarter. And then we also have some new ones that are in the medical imaging areas, computed tomography, magnetic resonance imaging, as well as mammography and a couple of other of the medical imaging areas.
Suppose they take a short-term certificate course, complete that course, get into the job market, and then want something else. Do these certificates lead to other certificates or even degrees? Yes,
that's a good question, Frank. The majority of these certificate programs have been developed specifically to provide students a stair-stepped approach to other certificates and degree programs that we have here at the campus. The reason for that is we know that people need to continue their education to be able to provide more and more for their families, be able to provide progression within the workforce, and that kind of stair-stepped approach to the development of these certificates really helps people scale that ladder of success out in the workforce.
Now, when are these classes offered? Are some of them only offered starting in fall quarter, or how does that work?
It depends on the program, and that's where somebody would really be best to contact us, because each one of those certificate areas has some special requirements or special offerings. In some of the cases, they're offered every single quarter. Others might be a fall and winter offering. Others may be spring and summer. They can range between 1 and 3 quarters usually, to be able to complete the requirements. So someone needs to just make sure that they're getting the most current information from us about when those are and the requirements to be able to begin enrollment.
And we're going to show here in just a bit the actual web address to get right to the short-term certificate. So Curt, thanks for being with us today, and vital information for people who may need to get in the job market in a hurry.
Thank you.
All right. And we'll be back to talk with the new ASB president at Columbia Basin College right after this. Welcome back. And there's a lot going on in 2009-2010 with student activities at Columbia Basin College. And with us is Brittany Stephens. Brittany, thanks for joining us today.
Thanks for having me.
And to start your term as ASB president, tell us a little bit about yourself and when you decided actually that you were going to go to college.
College has always been ingrained in my mind since I was a little kid. My parents have always pushed that, and it's just been the expected. After high school, you go right on to college, so it's been in my planning since I was born.
Fantastic. And what's your major, and how did you decide upon your major?
I'm majoring in political science, then on to law school, and I really got into it during the Al Gore Bush race of 2000. That's when it kind of struck a chord with me, and I decided that that's the degree for me.
So your career goals then would be?
I want to be a lawyer, prosecuting attorney specifically, and then get into politics and run for public office.
Fantastic, great goals. What are a few of the activities that Associated Student Body has planned for this year? I know you've got a special cause out there.
Yeah, we're working on our ban bottled water, plastic bottled water cause right now. It's a movement to help our campus become more green and help other community colleges around the state really take a look at why we're selling this product and if we can get away from it to help our environment out a bit. Okay,
great. Tell us specifically what is wrong with the plastic bottles?
Well, first and foremost, they take about 1,000 years to degrade in the landfills, and they're not being recycled at an extreme rate because recycling companies don't want them anymore. We have to ship the bottles to Mexico from the United States to have them broken down because there's no place right now in the U.S. that wants them because they're a handful and it's not worth it anymore. So we're destroying our ozone layer with these bottles, and if we can get away from that, we can have a real impact on our environment.
Fantastic, great project. Now, not only is the college experiencing an economic downturn, but obviously in hand with that goes student activities. And you were on the financial planning last spring, and that must have been a real tough process.
Yes, I had the opportunity to sit in on budget committee, and it was a real learning process. It was a tough decisions to make when we were handed that we had a lot less money to deal with, and we had to really decide what programs benefited CBC the most and which ones could still function with less money. So it was quite difficult.
And ASB funds a lot of programs that people probably don't realize, right?
Yes, we do.
Athletics, the arts, clubs.
Yes, and all the activities that the program board puts on campus are all funded out of the same fee.
Well, we're looking forward to a good year despite the economic downturn. We know you've got a lot of great cause there in the plastic bottled water and a lot of great activities coming up.
Yes.
Thanks for being with us, Brittany.
Thank you.
And that's this month's Columbia Basin College Campus to Community Report. Thanks for joining us.